Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bears will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Need. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ole Miss offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got their back over the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get them matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to him back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Baylor's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around...
Oh, he's got some space. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Bears decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got his man quickly. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. They'll try to power it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got it. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Trying play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They'll give it to him again. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Cunningham. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It's a draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Caught close to the marker. It's Cunningham. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Baylor! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap. You can take a sack, punt.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum, and they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bears will punt this one away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to sneak it. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over Louisiana Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Holds it in on the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He fires to the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be. But
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, they're after him! And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Bears will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He'll try it again. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Got a man. It's Watson. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Bears will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll try the run. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Sam Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 40.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up, because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Using his legs, it's Booker. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Rebels! Once he got some room, it was over.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Back to pass on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bears will call on their punt team. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 3:25. Wants to fire on second down. Working the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass, it's Shaw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Fires to the right. Holds it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick release on the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Hall. Into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. A long way to go for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Looking left. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Finds his man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Booker. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Off play action. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Moves. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
59.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass, it's Shaw. Pocket breaking down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good.